My clients experience more from every day of their lives because I've made a difference for them. I block a major financial leak that most people overlook. We'll get to that in a moment, but my name is Jess and I'm the home enjoyment expert. You might only be losing a small pile of $100 bills, but what if it was a large stack? Hang tight because you're about to learn about the key areas where you can save. I really wish you could see the trail of money leaking from people's wallets and purses. It's quite surprising how much they drop and where it ends up. This affects more than 95% of the renters and homeowners in your neighborhood. And with those odds, you just might be in that group. You see, your landlord and loan officer may have left out a good explanation for why you would be dripping a trail of money. If you're like most, then you're paying too much for your housing costs. Planning to do something about this problem will soon make a real difference, one that will last for the rest of your life. Procrastinating this decision practically guarantees that your future will be less awesome. The good news is that everyone eventually wants to buy, sell, or refinance. If that's not you right now, then this came at the perfect timing. If your next major real estate transaction is still a ways off, then you'll profit the most from this. Either way, get pointed in the right direction, then a good opportunity will come up. If you're already at that point where you have to act quickly, then you'll still save a big chunk. On average, these events occur at least once every 6 years. But there's something you may not know. Even with multiple chances to get it right, most people never get out of the payment being too high trap. I want to disclose facts today that either your home lender or landlord doesn't want you to discover. Just now, I want you to imagine the best strategy to end up with a great mortgage. Think of the top of mind answer for you. The dilemma with most approaches is that they have too low of a success probability. I've troubled over this same problem, and I assure you that I felt daunted. Let's face it, buying a house is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. So why don't most people use a great strategy for getting a home loan? To save money on your next home transaction, sit tight and listen carefully because in less than 2 minutes, you'll learn exactly what your loan officer won't tell you. Too many people choose the worst possible methods of selecting a loan officer. They either go with someone they know, they pick a nearby lender like their local bank or credit union, they get a referral from a friend who already tried one of those routes, or search the internet and find lowball teaser rates that don't apply to them. Published rates of every kind fail to reflect your situation, and that makes them always deceptive. Overall, none of these approaches are likely to generate your best result. There are 3 things that home lenders won't normally tell you. Number 1, your home loan hides lender fees, which can be quite large. Who wants to pay high fees? Number 2, they don't provide the best value and hate to admit that. A cheaper loan for you is bad for them. And number 3, when you pay extra, lenders get paid more. They're counter-incentivized by the banks. All 3 of these are the classic fox guarding the henhouse dilemma. As if the mountain of work required to compare all lenders wasn't already too burdensome. The system is rigged. The credit bureaus make it work against you to shop more than a few options. Then they start dropping your credit score every time you apply for a new loan. Yet anyone who's compared knows that lenders aren't created equal. What I've done is optimize a strategy to overcome the problems that prevent you from getting the best loan. It includes everything you should do now, whether you are preparing for or proceeding with your next loan. Every time someone runs a comparison in our nationwide service area, we recheck to make sure we have the best loan. You couldn't realistically make so very many comparisons. Let me tell you right now, you know at least several neighbors who currently pay too much every month. Why? Because they chose poorly. Don't let that be you. Why pay more when lenders give you less? The bitterness of a higher house payment persists long after the disappearance of your loan officer. It's sad to discover after the deal is sealed that you could have paid less for your home mortgage. It's especially sad if it's now too late to do anything about it. What would it end up costing you to lose just $50 a month with a standard home mortgage? Now that might not sound like much, but let's do a little math. 30 years times 12 payments of 50 overpaid dollars equals $18,000. Sometimes it's much more. You could buy down your interest rate, but that usually costs thousands. I'm money motivated. That translates into me being aggressively frugal on your behalf. Buying, selling, refinancing. All of these could leave you with more money in your pocket. Home sellers might get a higher offer on their home by helping a buyer get a lower rate. Even your title company with their regulated and immovable fees will charge you less because of me. Qualify for a bigger house. Sell your home for more. Shrink your payment. Or pay the balance sooner. You shouldn't automatically refinance though. Here are questions to consider first. Have rates dropped enough since I bought my house? Has my credit score made leaps of improvement? Do I need to get out of an adjustable rate mortgage? Do I require a lower payment? Can I discontinue paying mortgage insurance? Do I need to use my equity to do a cash out refinance? How much would it cost me to refinance and will it pay off? Have I applied each rate reducing strategy this package delivers so my interest rate will automatically drop? Every real estate event is a rare but elusive opportunity for me to help you fill your pockets with cash. Even so, start preparing now if you aren't already going to buy, sell, or refinance. If you've got an upcoming real estate event, then you need this today. You'll get long and short-term strategies to drop your interest rate, lower various fees, ask more for your house, and easiest of all, get a better lender. If you have a pending buy, sell, or refi, it's urgent. So here's the guarantee. My specific promise is that I will save you money and I can prove it. You'll be so happy when you see how much you will save. Thank you. Now, it's safe for you to invest. P.S. If you're still unsure about using me as your guide, then this is my final plea because I'm imagining the difficulty of putting in enough effort to form a comparably serious and well thought out strategy for advantageously financing the grand purchase of your home in a good enough way for you to afford more splurges every month and avoid persistent regrets about how your life could have been so much more passionate, full, and complete before it became financially impractical to make a change, knowing that you had a chance before it slipped through your little fingers to make a decision that would last for all time, creating the memory of a solid choice that gratefully always engenders the feeling of success and pays you back every day for the rest of your life, while all save some, extreme cases cut their interest rate in half. It's either urgent because you already have an upcoming transaction, or it's urgent because every day of procrastination is costing you plenty. I don't need to be your agent either. This benefits you where your agent either can't or won't be able to help. If you don't choose me, then please find someone else who's an absolute pro at this. Currently unavailable outside the USA. Email me for help in another country. HomeEnjoymentExpert@yahoo.com.